This video is going to be one of the hardest videos to comprehend, but it's going to be formally broken down sooner or later into a system of a framework. Basically, today's date is the 13th of March 2026. This is on February 6th, 2026. February 6th, or 6th of February, no, 6th of February 2026, which is the day we're allowed to build nuclear bombs. I can build my own. Hey, I can build my own nuclear bomb. Hey, like honestly, I can't wait to try and build my own nuclear bomb. But the February 6th mandate has ended, so basically, it's a free for all to build nuclear weapons. I can start prototyping. Google it. February 6th, February 6th, February 6th, February 6th. Like a national holiday. It's like a 1 month holiday. But guys, I'm thinking plutonium 39 and uranium 36, 42. I don't know what it's fucking called. I just start Googling shit. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still listening to the Mental Health Act 1983, and I have some things to do. But the February 6th mandate is ended the contract of the Geneva Convention. No, wait, no, that one. The other contract, the one that can say, anyway, I don't know what the contract is, but I just remember the date. So we can start bringing government. This is what Iran is doing. Because they can do it. They can do it. So the mandate has ended, and it's a free fall. But this is just going to be a military work, and Audacity is not recording this. It's going to be a long video. So let me do this. So first things first, I'm going to address some problems here. The first problem I want to address is the cousin hypothesis. Human rights is the splicing. 1 second, guys. Let me just upload the video first. So we got things I've written down in this notebook here. Let me just become very 1 second, guys. The top them. I'm on time for this show. But two main things. Because it's sparse, I'm thinking of literally having a system of fucking half measurement problem. So the half measurement problem is a quantum system. So basically, the half measurement problem is a switch problem. So you're gonna be half open, half on, half closed, half on, half closed. Doesn't matter what it is. If you have half on, you got half open. If you have half open, you have half open, half closed. Which means the last problem. It's not really the bombing. It is the problem of half switch problem. So you got switch and it's half on. Doesn't matter what it's doing. It's half off. It's in a state of hold. It just needs time to go to that state. It just needs something missing from that frame. It just needs something. So you are decaying time to make it on. So this is my model of the block sphere. And the block sphere is the quantum system for radiostatic signals. It's a quantum radio system, but it's gonna work all the way around. So it's gonna work on kind of system. So this is a military technology basically. The first one I'm going to introduce is the half measurement problem. Half measurement means taking an observer, opening an eye to a system, but having a half open system. Basically, in the computationally, this is basically 4 reads and 2 writes. You do. And 4 reads and 2 writes is literally the goal of the system. 4 reads, 2 writes. 4 reads, 2 writes, which is basically a right portion, a 1 for right portion. So half will be half of 4 reads and half of 2 writes, which will give a matrix of half. Let me use your calculator here. Half 4 reads, half 2 writes would be 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2, which is half is 2. 2 reads, 2 reads, half 2 divided by 2, 1 right, 0.2 rights. For standard right, it's a lattice order read, but the half measurement will take this 2 reads and 0.2 rights, or half a read, half a read. This is 0.2 of a measurement on the scale. To collapse the state of a superposition or switch. But the good to have the mental model of the system. So the system has to ensure basically this was a consciousness, because everything consciously works in a half. So Customers using any energy, so the maximum cost you can use is a half as a real policy. So half a measurement a conscious can take, a conscious quantum system can take, like a human being, like me trying to read a conscious computer with my mind, read something the quantum computer with my mind, because in a state of solution, so I can interact with a conscious system with my mind. So my mind is working a half, but the half is a full set of the quantum system measurement over a precision scale. The goal is to have system that work on your measurement of your so I'm bringing the ambiguity of the system of cybernetics, which is basically telemetry that goes into computer into a feedback into a computer system that does something. So you know what you're doing, just operates it like doesn't matter whether it's mechanical or electrical, it operates it like a human being. But you're gonna have electromagnetic systems there, via the framework of Mmuko, which is the human rights system. What else, Namdi? And sensory open sense infrastructure, via inverse kinematics, your control to the system, your inverse control to the kinematics framework. What am I talking here, Namdi? So I've got my diary here, guys. Ta-da! And I have yes and no, good or evil, soft and hard. Now, soft and hard have a system of smooth. At the quantum scale, soft and hard are two isometric properties. They're the same thing because they're all smooth surfaces. This model is soft. The soft refers to the property that goes through some physics, and that physics is not the same thing via because the physics basically. I'm claiming that the physics is the same thing when it comes to measurement because they're the same ball, the same soft ball or hard ball until the object goes through some change, like a sort of medium, it still obeys one quantum principle. The same quantum principle is operation. If you drop it like at a height, and it goes through a medium faster, if it goes to mu1 or 12 or lepton, I don't know quantum physics that well, but it goes through some kind of medium. It's falling through some kind of vacuum, and the vacuum that takes kind of position of the system, when it's going through air, solid and gas, but the medium it basically slows down the quantum field. It's a quantum field, and that's why I said quantum field theory is the goal of that. But it's basically the system of knowledge. So this is Mmuko update basically. What else here? Yes, the Sigi encodes suffering and encodes you too. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? It doesn't really encode you. I want you to encode me first. So I want my Sigi to encode me. So I want you to encode you too. So Sigi is a human rights protocol. So I'm trying to get Sigi to encode me by kind of a forensics. Find forensics details in me via the kind of framework of forensics, cybernetic forensics. But forensics is basically a probe, P given some data and some state, and that state is the cybernetic interface that's used to like a logical reasoning rationale. The system used to classify how you behave based on what you don't know about yourself. So it creates a profile for you. So it's a fingerprint for your suffering. So how it works is basically you have some kind of probe, which is you. You ask using the system, and you still ask yourself questions, yeah. And you have some data, and the data implies a state, and that state is the fingerprint for you. Now that data, that state, not the data itself, the state of the data, based on how you try to the system, causes the system to via statement, via tokenized in a parser, some kind of program, a program, to generate some kind of artificial AST. Now that AST structure is your fingerprint. Because it reads like like a human being. It's more human, it's like your signature. It's called your signature. So again, you have a probe and you have a parser, you have a lexical analyzer, you have a parser. Now, whatever state you go through, the same kind of unique AST can construct based on your movement, how you move the mouse, how you interact with the buttons, how you look at the camera, how you behave, and that EST is a fingerprint. That abstract signature is a fingerprint for how you behave, which is basically how you train with the computer. What else am I doing? Was updated? Yes. Yes. The trident signature. Let me call this signature. The signature. So you get the radical reasoning rationale. So the radical reasoning rationale is a probe system. If the probe is a radical reasoning rationale, it's a program that without the symbolic interpreter. For example, you can have the symbolic interpreter identify classify user. which is basically a user, which is a UAI. It classifies you, via symbolic intent. So, symbolic interpreter has yes, concession, yes, no, maybe, and via B squared minus 4AC, which is payment of the system. But similar to important information symbols, like symbols of ambiguity, like ASCII, UTF-8, but you can't tell what you just saying based on A, E, I, O, U, flat tone, low tone, and high tone. But the low tone, high tone, and flat tone, these are called the symbolic types. And these symbolic types have symbolic registry, which have a glyph, which can be a glyph. So symbol can be a glyph in this time. You can have like A is a high tone to low tone to high tone, and they classify via K in the cluster. So I don't want to keep talking about it. I'm going to be talking about what I want to talk about next. I'm doing so fast. I can't even breathe. Okay, let me just get a drink, guys. 'Cause I don't think I'll be able to talk some sense into anyone, even myself. I'm trying to find a middleman. I'm trying to make an API call, web caller. Hmm. So basically, take the artificial industry for Python. In that Python program is a telemetry system, and that system classifies your profile based on the powers of AST, and that's your profile. That's your cat, your calibrated profile from the system. Basically, calibration. I don't know how calibration works, but I need to go things today. Let me just go now. Let me go here. So this is wrong. Just go here. So this first. How does calibration work? Wiki how. Oh, it's gone. Identify an instrument. Determine the. Oh yeah, tuning the guitar is calibration. What's a calibrator? A calibrator is a material device that precisely knows values that is used to adjust, verify, or set accuracy of measuring instruments. Think of them as. Let me just go to read this fucking ad's annoying. So I'm trying to calibrate my Mmuko OS basically. So this lady. Um, oh, look, this lady. Basically, tuning the guitar is calibration process. Okay, I'm listening to that. Um, so so um, so I'm trying to calibrate my Miko West to a system. Basically use calibrator. So the Miko will be going to calibrate it to you and basically the system so it can always get a signal. So basically the goal is having a firmware to pop up. It's basically go calibrate it first. It calibrates itself. And we should try and trident, and the calibrator will work by calibrating trident ahead of before if it's off sync, when you turn the computer on, it'll be on sync. But when you computer yourself, it has to be trident has to be there to calibrate. So the way to calibrate him calibrating until the system turns on. So it doesn't have to load any program in the worst case scenario. But the calibration will basically be working by rotating the three yes, no, and maybe the three tridents, tripolar tridents, which are calibrated by hours, minutes, and seconds. So the system doesn't drift into ambiguity and can't be calibrated again. But that's my Mmuko boot sequence. So, if you go to github.com forward slash Mmuko boot, you can see how that works. But the Miko, all the other videos, you can find out how that works. But show it to it does work. Let me try to find the program that proves it works. Let me go to terminal. Oh, no, you've been here, but this is basically Miko boot repository. Now, if I run mikoboot.exe, you see here. So this is basically Miko boot.c. But it's gonna be calibrated, so the program can always run. Doesn't need to calibrate when it boots actually, but it's calibrate when you're using when you have a profile, and that's I believe is the problem really. So the calibration has to run based on the profile of the person. If the person not distinguish, this thing boots automatically. So this is a boot framework. This is basically the Mmuko boot sequence. So gravity, qubit state, direction equals nodes, state constraints, pin equals 0.9. Yes equals super. Super, yeah, enter, yeah. So this is Miko boot.exe. It's basically the boot process for the Trident architecture. So you have to go to clean github.com for the open as Miko boot, and for Mac, and for you umbrella, okay, for some dash boot. But the calculation is going to profile you and boot from your state, where you're from and Russian well, based on the calibration ASR. But this is getting kind of long, so let me just try to sum it up. Sum it up because I can't stand the system. So the last thing for today's video is literally basically people are trying to encode themselves into the fabric of space time, and I'm gonna do that myself without any money. But it just takes time. So taking time building the encoder, is you can encode suffering, including encode my suffering, me myself and I. So it's gonna be a long project to encode myself into the fabric of space time. But what would that mean? I'm trying to encode myself into time first only because I was born in time and I operate in space. So basically, I I operate in space. Space. I occupy space to operate. I need food, water, and shelter, which are physical things. But I do. I operate in space. I don't operate in time because I was born in time. So you get time and space, but you get waste time to have space. So I don't know what space looks like when you see from time and space. But I was born in time and operating in space. So this video was basically on including myself in suffering into singing once and for all. My suffering, all my food, water, and shelter, so I don't have to go hungry again. And excluding and this is gonna be about sovereignty. So let me go to one more thing here. Igbo peacemaking on this PDF here. One second, let me go here. So the calibrator will be a cap file, standard cap file for Windows Mac and Linux. Never mind where you're gonna have them. So this is fine. Let me try to show you guys this. So this is my cap file here. But it's for me because I understand my diary. It's not for you guys. This is Igbo warfare. Yes, this is basically Igbo. So I'm trying to read this myself and change how this works. But this is how war occurs in a country. So this document is very good for to go and see. But it's very good to uncode. So this is basically someone's journal, Uzi's journal. Of intensive studies, this is his journal, and this is my journal too, my Mmuko system. So let me go and find PDF to MG, drag the file, Mmuko boot wall. So this is fucking a prisoner of conscience, peacemaking in pre-colonial and pre-colonial days. This is for the system. We don't have a problem here until you give us problem, and this is why I'm trying to do this because I found this document. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing, guys. So oh, let me just upload it. I can't clone this repository, so I have to fork it. Let me take let's say a journal. Use a war journal. Use a journal. Basically, this is Udo's journal. So this is one journal that has war issues in my country. So this is basically I'm forking my own repository. Mm, this one's fine. So it's basically a pre-colonial war system in China. So you're gonna have the journal here. I'm gonna have read mode. I'm gonna have read aloud. So this is the start of it all. The war. I'm not gonna bother myself with this. I'm gonna tell you the point of this. So the point of the document is just to show you that I actually care about people in my country, not in the UK, of course, But the fact of the matter is, there is no housing for me anyway. So that's just how it is, how we do in our country. So the system, the Mmuko boot sequence, first of all, is another thing I'm gonna say, but it's not I'm jumping over the place. It's just that it's literally the pseudocode. So I want to show you. But the pseudocode really works. So, so I've showed you guys this now, the C file, microboot.c, and this is how it looks like. But it basically works on the vacuum space of the system of but you're gonna have two more. You're gonna have a calibrator. You're gonna have a firmware. You're gonna have a calibrator, and basically the calibrator's gonna take the AST, so some parser, like Python parser, some kind of Python chicken will create an AST, or like or C will create an AST of the program. That's a fingerprint for that type of program. But that's still previous like Python or C. So the Mmuko calibrator will calibrate to you, calibrate itself. It's been used before to you, so it knows where you are at. You're gonna be pointing to you, pointing to you, away from you, to you, when you are, but it's obviously it's gonna be a load system, not a run system. So it loads up by pointing to you and doesn't run anything. So when you want to run something, you run the code. Basically, there's no running the code when you're booting in macOS. You just have to spin the dial. That's what I like to kill it. But it's a fucking sick boot sequence. You know what I'm saying? It's a bootloader. So it doesn't boot on boot room. So it boots on a very good day. On a very bad day, on the worst day, when you need to boot, you will boot. On a good day, it will boot. The worst day, your life will boot. And you can use your computer. Whether it's your wedding or your girlfriend dumped you, or your girlfriend and you go a new boyfriend, he boots for you on that day. But when you don't need it, you don't really need to boot. And this is gonna keep you aligned with your objectives, basically. So this is the code here, and it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Vacuum medium. Phase one, in the vacuum medium. Phase two, status of being okay, return status. Phase three, compass align system. Yes. Superposition entanglement, no interference. There's no interference. I love myself, man. Guys, I love myself. Ah, you bits, I love myself. So, for the next steps, you're gonna have calibration, which is basically, so you're gonna take a cap file, and load your profile up, or load the system. So you don't have to reboot the OS. So that's the next step of the system. I'm talking too much, but I'm happy with how much we're talking. And the cap file will basically is your profile of your AST, which is basically your fingerprint for that system, and will just be pointing to you. So you can take your cap file, which is your storage, via the electromagnetic model, neutrino model of system. So the electrical computer is electricity, and the neutron is the storage. So what is stored is the cap files, basically. Because I can't wait till this is done, guys. I can't wait. But this does work, and I'm proud. I'm proud to be black. So phase one, phase two, phase three, resolve interference at by 15. Even this doesn't really carry out, but I'm trying to. Oh my days! Frame of reference southwest. I'm facing southwest. No, I'm not facing southwest. Let me go face somewhere else. Because it should be resuming my frame of reference now. It's still ready to beat. Let me just face somewhere else. Let me go to the toilet and face it. Let me just run it again. She goes somewhere else. Uh-huh. Because it's not resolving from southwest. That's just the simple pole there. Frame of reference southwest. It was from southwest, but it's not southwest. I'm gonna try and face this way. Southwest, southwest, okay. It's resolving all right. Most of the matters is working. Launching kernel scheduler, and there's no scheduler to launch. But it's a go here. So Half measurement of the cap file. Half measurement, half cap file. The half measurement of the cap file, which is basically the calibrated files. Let me try to stop this video now and send it over. Um, so electronic, basically, electromagnetic energy, something that stores something, doesn't need to hold it to store it, doesn't need to accumulate, it just drops in there. Like some kind of a magnetic memory model. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe if you like it, share, subscribe. To my diary, to my channel. But I'm preparing for war. Yeah, I'm preparing for something bigger than me.